This time on the Iron Empire, the aftermath of Summernats 35 and what's next for the Iron Empire. Guys, welcome back to the Iron Empire. In this episode, we're just going to do a bit of a walk around down at Jake's workshop. Now, people are always asking me in the comments, what's going on down into the workshop? What's happening with the XB? What's happening with the Sandman? All that sort of stuff. So we're going to have a look down here at what Jake's got going on. I haven't been down here since before Christmas. It's been absolutely flat out. Jake was obviously busy building a VL for Summernats. And we're just going to do a bit of a walk around, see what's going on and what's on the agenda. All right, first up in the shop, you'll see there's a Commodore here. That's new to the shop. This Charger has been around for a little while. Jake done a bunch of work on that and he's actually painted this car. I actually haven't seen it, but it's looking pretty good. Solid orange. What color is it? Vitamin C. So yeah, this is just a job Jake's recently got out. Now, he done a bit of a shuffle, a big cleanup after Summernats, and he made the Iron Empire row, where we've got the Sandman, the XB, and the two Javelins. Now, these were all scattered around the workshop. Now they're in one little row, and so people were always asking, what's going on? Absolutely nothing. My deal is at the moment, I want to get tied up some loose ends. Andrea's AU, we're fixing that. The motor's getting, basically fixing the motor up on that, getting that back on the road. Also, I've decided to get stuck into the Cortina and give that a quick paint job and get that on the market because I don't want it anymore. So once those things are tied up and finalized, I'm going to come down and get stuck hard into this Sandman. I want to get that on the road. The XB, that's going to be a long time down the track. Now, Javelins, don't know. Now we're going to have a look at what Jake's been busy. I haven't actually even documented this on the channel whatsoever. Anyone that does follow me on Instagram at the Iron Empire often will also follow Jake, and they probably kept up to date with what he's been doing with the VL build, and also the boys from MCSA done a whole build series on this car that Jake wanted to go next level, learn a lot of things, hands on the job, and basically do a lot of fabrication work that Jake's never done before. So he's going to drag it out now. We're going to have a good look around that. And also we're going to have a look at another project he's got himself, which is sitting next to the VL. Talk about that later too. Alright guys, so here it is. You guys would have seen this on the channel late last year when Jake only just started this. We'd done a little bit of work on the tubs, and then I got preoccupied with a lot of stuff that was happening in my life, and Jake got stuck into it. It is looking a hell of a lot different. Forgive me, it is super windy here and I haven't got my wind sock, so it might sound a bit shitty, but we'll have a bit of a walk around, a bit of a talk around, and see what Jake's done with this thing. Alright guys, so we've moved inside because outside was super windy. The lighting in here is not as good, but we're going to have a tour of the VL, and then we're going to have a look at what's on the horizon.
All right, so as you've seen in that episode a while ago of the Iron Empire, I started the build, finished the build. I'm wrapped. I know I said I was going to paint it, didn't get that far. I think I finished the car on the Monday before Summernats, and we left on the Tuesday to go to Canberra. Thanks to everybody that was involved in the car. I wouldn't have been able to do it without everybody. But most importantly to me, the ride height is where we set it. When Mark came down last time, we sat it, there was no suspension in it, no nothing, and I sat the tyres there and I said, that's how I want to have the car, and that's how it's sitting now, and it's all functional and everything, and that's what buzzes me out about it, and I'm wrapped how that turns out. We'll have a look under the engine bay real quick. So as you can see, engines in the car, pretty simple, LS1, VCM 710 cam, factory radiator. A lot of people asking what radiator you run in these, just a factory copper 3 core. It's got the APD carby on it, Wheelwood master, booster delete. Apart from that, pretty simple. We've hidden all the loom. Gary's came down, a few of you will know Gary. Hidden all the loom, that's all been rewired front to back. Yeah, there's not much more to explain. It's just, I'm wrapped that it's done. We just wanted a really simple bay, and that's what's happened, and it's come back in one piece, still runs and drives as you've seen, and yeah, wrapped. So basically underneath we've got the 275 tyre on a was an Outlaw Intensity rim from Wheel and Tyre Kingdom. Factory VL rear calipers. I've just adapted to the 9-inch. Adjustable panhard rod here, I just cut and shut. 9-inch diff housing from Wheel and Tyre Kingdom again. Just braced that up. I've got the Hatsy 4-link kit here, welded on. Viking coilovers, also from Hatsy. The diff center is True Track, strange casing, billet pinion support, all that sort of stuff. 411s in it. Paul from Outlaws built that one for me. One-piece tail shaft, thanks to Charlie. Love you long time, sexy. Exhaust here, that's all fucked out because of the rim riding. This was all neat and everything, but the car was too low when it was on rims and scraped that through. Got the hooker aero chamber mufflers here. Come down here, this is a really cool feature. So the fuel cell's in the boot, and then it's got this sexy bulkhead up here where the fuel lines come out of. That's a really nice piece there. Obviously all the floors, custom sheet metal. I put the beads on it so it looks all pretty. Dented in both these panels here, even though they were nice and bead rolled from the popping of the tyres, but that'll get fixed up. Moving forward, got a sneaky tail shaft loop in here. I just welded on the factory support brace. Turbo 350 that Keys in Windsor Gardens built for me. It's got all nice internals. TCI, is it TCI or TCE? TCE custom converter, 3/8 stall. Beautiful, works a treat. Got the big pan on here for the Turbo 350, more oil, just keeps it nice and cool. Apart from that, power steering, the Astra pumps over here, under here. All the lines for the car are run under here, and then the fuel lines into a bulkhead in the skirt of the engine bay. Nice little transcooler here with a thermo. Yeah, it's pretty simple with the VT SS front calipers in the front with super low springs. Basic setup, just works. It was a little bit cleaner, but now we've got a bit of work to do. We'll pull the car apart again, give it a revamp, give it a paint job, do the interior, and we'll see it out again later in the year.
Hello. Real quickly guys, for everyone who's watching this video, chuck a like if you're enjoying it. Also subscribe to this channel if you are new here. For those who aren't new here, a lot of you message me quite often in the comments. I see you all asking where certain things are. Where's the XB? How's the Sandman going? What's happening with the Javelins? There's so much happening behind the scenes with the Iron Empire, and I simply can't get to every car consistently. So where I'm at, I'm thinking about maybe doing some sort of a membership situation. I've been looking at this for a little while, and maybe it might be something that works for you guys. So a lot of you guys want to know what's happening with certain projects. Unfortunately, there's just not enough time in the day, not enough progress happening on each project to bring out consistent videos. But that doesn't mean that things aren't happening behind the scenes. There is so much that happens. In fact, not much of it actually makes it to the video. For instance, the Fairlane, there's some airbag stuff happening behind the scenes on that. There's stuff happening with a lot of cars like my Dodge Phoenix, the little Cortina in the background here. So for anyone who wants to come on board and see what's happening behind the scenes that I may not have ready for an actual video just yet, maybe a membership might be for you. I'm just throwing the idea out there. I haven't done this before, but I thought I may look into it. And maybe this is a way to connect a little bit closer with what's happening behind the scenes and keeping regular updates. So perks of a membership: maybe, but not limited to, behind the scenes videos, unreleased videos, members only Q&As, live streaming, maybe even a members only merch range as well. So there's a heap that I have to think about, and I wanted your suggestions and feedback. So have a think about that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback, but for now, let's get stuck back into this video.
So in the shop as well, I'll give you a quick tour. This is
Hang on, so just because Jake built this, people seen the work and appreciated the work, and now he's rewarding. He's getting rewarded.
Rewarded, yes.
For your efforts, because...
A friend of mine, Taylor, said to me he wanted the engine bay to look like mine in this VK, so I've just started smoothing this in the shop. There won't be any videos of this or anything. This is just a job, bits and pieces I do through the year. So we'll fit in the LS1 to this. Also Costa Automotive is going to be a part of that. Smoothing the bay, as you can see here. Orange Charger, vitamin C, just painted for Steve. That's all happening. Next week I should hang the panels, do a bit of a buff on that. The F-Truck's still here. I know Mark says he doesn't miss it, but I think he does. On the way back from Summernats, I was actually, we're driving back, and I snapped the end of the tail shaft. Come have a look at this. So, this is what happened. On the way back, just out of Renmark, that uni left the chat. So since then, cut it off, welded a new one on, so that's back on the road. Very happy about that. See this? This is good, right? I love this thing. I just picked it up. This is a HG GTS Monaro. Just brought it down from Queensland. So you guys would have seen on the channel a little while back, I had a white Sandman replica with the blue stripe on it. So I finished that car recently, and I said to myself at the end of last year, I said, doesn't matter what happens this year, next year, well, you know, this year now, I want to have a HKTG Monaro by the end of the year. And what happened in the second week of the year, someone said to me they'd swap the ute for this shell. So drove up to Queensland and picked this one up, and this is one of the up and coming things we'll be doing.
The new dream.
Alright, is that enough talking quick?
That's way too much talking.
Alright, boom. Video done.
Alright, Jake's had his limelight. He was getting a bit sad. I think he wanted to be on camera again. But the Jake corner also consists of his really clean and super cool. I don't think he's ever been on the channel. Oh, no, once been on the channel before. Jake's got a really cool VE wagon. It is absolutely super straight, rust-free. He learnt a lot on this car as well. Patina car. That's also going to have some love one day. My old XB ute that I swapped for a paint job on my XB, which started this whole thing. My car's still not in paint. That one apparently was going to be built for last Summernats. People need to bust Jake's balls on this stuff, call him out for his failures. But but that's it, guys. Thanks for coming back. Check out the channel on the update episode. A lot of people are constantly busting my balls asking about what's happening, and this is the answer. This is what's happening. A lot of stuff is awaiting its turn, but I'll get there. We got lots of projects, so if you like this video, let me know in the comments below. All right, that's going to be it for this time on Empire. Thanks to Jake for having us, and we will see you all on an upcoming episode. Cheers, guys.